Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we have an extraordinary topic: the 1993 Roosevelt dime. You may think it's just another ordinary coin, but what if I told you that some versions of this coin could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars? Stay with us as we explore the history, key features, errors, and why collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for this seemingly common dime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on rare coin discoveries. Chapter number 1: History of the 1993 Roosevelt dime. First, let's take a deep dive into the history of the Roosevelt dime series. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. It was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a significant role in establishing the March of Dimes to combat polio. His legacy was immortalized on this coin, with his portrait on the obverse. By 1993, the Roosevelt dime had been in circulation for 47 years, and the U.S. Mint continued producing them in large numbers. The 1993 dime was struck at the Denver Mint, which can be identified by the small D mint mark located near the date. These dimes were made with a copper nickel-clad composition, unlike the pre-1965 dimes that contained 90% silver. However, despite being a modern-clad coin, some rare era versions and high-grade specimens have fetched huge prices in the market. Chapter number 2: Key features of the 1993 Roosevelt dime. Now, let's break down the key features of the 1993 Roosevelt dime. Features: a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. You'll also find the words "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 1993 engraved. Displays a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Surrounding these elements are the inscriptions "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and "1 dime." The D mint mark, located to the right of Roosevelt's neck, signifies that it was minted in Denver. Metal composition: copper nickel clad with a weight of 2.27 grams and a diameter of 17.91 mm. Edge, reeded edge with fine grooves for added security. Chapter number 3: Rare errors and varants. You might be wondering what makes a 1993 Roosevelt dime worth big money. While most are worth only face value, certain rare errors and high-grade specimens can be worth thousands, or even millions. Let's go over some of the most valuable types. Double die obverse DDO. Some 1993 dimes have a noticeable doubling on the inscriptions "Liberty," or "In God We Trust." These double die errors are rare and sought after by collectors. Off-center strikes. A coin struck off-center by 40% or more is incredibly valuable, especially if the date and mint mark remain visible. Full bands FB designation. Coins graded as full bands by PCGS or NGC indicate that the bands on the torch at the back of the coin are fully struck and separated, making them significantly more desirable to collectors. Clipped planchet error. If a part of the coin's edge appears to be clipped or missing due to a minting mistake, it can be highly valuable. Wrong planchet errors. If a 1993 dime was mistakenly struck on a different metal planchet such as a copper penny or foreign coin blank, it could be worth a small fortune. Chapter number 4: Market value of the 1993 Roosevelt dime. Now, let's talk numbers. What is the true value of the 1993 Roosevelt dime in today's market? Common circulated condition. If your dime has been in regular circulation, it is worth around 10 cents to $1. Uncirculated mint state MS 60 to 65. If your coin is in pristine condition without wear, it could be worth between $5 to $20. MS 67 or higher certified by PCGS/NGC. Coins in MS 67 or MS 68 grades are quite rare and can sell for $100 to $500 at auction. Error coins, DDO error, can fetch anywhere from $500 to $5,000, depending on the clarity of the doubling. Off-center strikes, typically valued between $200 and $1. 500. Full bands FB designation. A 1993 Roosevelt dime with full bands MS 68 FB has been auctioned for over $3,000. Wrong planchet errors. The highest recorded sale for a 1993 dime struck on a copper planchet exceeded $10. 000 Ultra rare specimen $1,000,000 coin. Some collectors speculate that there may be an ultra rare mule or transitional error dime that was struck using an experimental planchet, possibly making it worth millions. If such a coin were confirmed, its value could exceed $22.6 million, making it one of the most expensive Roosevelt dimes ever discovered. So, is your 1993 D Roosevelt dime worth a fortune? While most are common, rare error versions and high-grade specimens can be worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. Check your change, inspect your old coin collections, and don't overlook even the smallest dimes. You might be holding onto a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1993 D Roosevelt dime, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments below if you have any rare coins, and we might feature them in our next video. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! My great fellows and coin collectors, our next Liberty dime is 1984p, so let's start. Have you ever come across a 1984p Roosevelt dime and wondered if it's worth more than just 10 cents? Well, you're in for a surprise. Some rare 1984p dimes have been sold for thousands of dollars, and today, we'll explore why. We'll uncover its history, its design, rare errors, and most importantly, its true value in today's market. So stay tuned and let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Chapter number 1: History of the 1984p Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt played a crucial role in leading the country during the Great Depression and World War II. But did you know his connection to the dime goes beyond just his presidency? Roosevelt was a strong advocate for the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis, later known as the March of Dimes. This foundation was instrumental in funding research to combat polio, a disease that Roosevelt himself battled. In his honor, the U.S. Mint replaced the Mercury dime with the Roosevelt dime just months after his passing. The 1984p Roosevelt dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P Mint mark. That year, the Philadelphia Mint produced 746,769,660 dimes, an impressive number. However, despite the high mintage, some dimes from 1984 have become extremely valuable due to rare errors and high-grade conditions. Chapter number 2: Design. FEATURES. The obverse of the 1984p dime features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. Above his head is the word Liberty, while "I in God We Trust" is inscribed below his chin. To the right, the year 1984 is clearly visible, and the small P Mint mark signifies it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse showcases an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch, symbols of peace, liberty, and strength. The words United States of America arc along the top, while E Pluribus Unum appears below the torch. The denomination 1 dime is displayed prominently at the bottom. Chapter number 3: Rare errors and varieties. While most 1984p dimes are worth just their face value, some rare error coins have fetched hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. Here are the most valuable errors. 1. Double die obverse DDO. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse variety, where the inscriptions and design elements appear doubled. This error occurs due to misalignment during the die striking process. Value. Depending on the condition, a DDO 1984p dime can be worth $250 to over $1,000. 2. Off-center strike. If a coin is struck off-center due to a misfeed in the press, it creates a unique error. The more off-center it is, the more valuable it becomes. Value. A 1984p dime with a 50% off-center strike can sell for $150 to $500.30. Missing clad layer. Some dimes were struck without their outer nickel-clad layer, revealing the inner copper core. These coins have a distinctive brownish appearance. Value. A missing clad layer error can be worth $400 to $1,200, depending on its condition. 4. Full bands FB designation. A full bands FB dime is a well-struck coin where the horizontal bands on the torch are fully separated and defined. High-grade examples with FB designation are extremely valuable. Value: a 1984 P. Roosevelt dime in MS67 FB has sold for over $3,000 at auctions. Chapter number 4: Market Value and Auction Records. The value of a 1984 P. Roosevelt dime depends on its grade and whether it has any rare errors. Here's what collectors are willing to pay. Circulated condition: regular dimes in circulated condition are worth 10 to 20 cents, slightly above face value. Uncirculated condition MS60, MS65. High-grade dimes with minimal wear can fetch $5 to $1.50. Mint state MS67. A well-preserved 1984 P dime graded MS67 by PCGS or NGC can sell for $500 to $1.500. Mint state MS68. An ultra-rare MS68 1984 P dime, in pristine condition, could be worth $4,000 to $7,000. Rare error coins, as mentioned earlier, double die. Obverse DDO, full bands FB, and missing clad layer errors can make a 1984 P dime worth thousands of dollars. One of the highest auction records for a 1984 P Roosevelt dime was an MS68 example that sold for over $6,000. Chapter number 5: How to check if you have a rare 1984 P dime. If you have a 1984 P dime, here's how to check if it's valuable. 1. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the obverse for doubling effects on the letters or Roosevelt's profile. 2. Check the bands. If the torch bands on the reverse are fully defined, it may qualify as a full bands FB dime. 3. Weigh your coin. A normal Roosevelt dime should weigh 2.27 grams. If your dime is significantly lighter, it may have a missing clad layer. 4. Condition matters. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is. Consider having it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC.SO. Is your 1984 P Roosevelt dime just another 10-cent piece? Or could you be holding a fortune in your hands? Remember, while most are only worth face value, rare errors and high-grade examples can fetch thousands of dollars. If you have a special 1984 P dime, get it checked. It might just be your lucky day. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on the most valuable coins in circulation. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments. My dear friends and fellows, now our third Liberty dime is 1998 P. Imagine holding a simple 1998 P Roosevelt dime in your hand, a coin that you might pass by every day without a second thought. But what if I told you that some rare variations of this coin could be worth thousands, or even millions of dollars in today's market? In this video, we will uncover the fascinating history, unique features, valuable errors, and the shocking current market price of the 1998 P1 dime Liberty. Stay tuned because you might just have a fortune sitting in your pocket right now. Section 1. History of the 1998 P1 dime Liberty. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader known for his role in guiding the United States through the Great Depression and World War II. This design, created by John R. Sinek, replaced the Mercury dime and became an iconic part of American coinage. By 1998, the dime had already seen multiple modifications, but the 1998 P Roosevelt dime holds a unique place in numismatic history. Minted in Philadelphia, denoted by the P mint mark, the 1998 P dime was produced in large numbers. However, what makes some of these coins incredibly valuable today is the presence of certain rare errors, varieties, and high-grade specimens that have turned them into prized collectibles. Section 2. Design and specifications. Let's take a closer look at the 1998 P Roosevelt dime's design and specifications. Obverse front side features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. The word Liberty is inscribed to the left, and the phrase "In God We Trust" appears below his chin. The date 1998 is positioned to the right. The small P mint mark is found above the date, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Reverse back side displays an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch, symbolizing peace, freedom, and strength. The inscriptions United States of America and one dime encircle the design, with E pluribus unum appearing just below the torch. Metal composition. The 1998 P dime is made of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, as silver was removed from dimes after 1964. Weight: 2.27 grams diameter, 17.91 mm edge. Reeded with 118 grooves. Section 3. Rare errors and varieties that increase value. Now, let's talk about what makes certain 1998 P Roosevelt dimes incredibly valuable. There are rare errors and die varieties that collectors are willing to pay thousands, even millions, for. Here are some to watch out for. 1. 1998 P broad-struck error. Coins that were struck without a properly seated collar result in a broad-struck appearance, making them look slightly flattened or expanded. Some of these have sold for hundreds of dollars. 2. 1998 P off-center strike. Coins with an off-center strike, where part of the design is missing, are highly collectible. The more off-center the strike, the higher the value. 3. 1998 P double die verse DDO. This rare variety features visible doubling on Roosevelt's portrait, particularly on his eye and the word liberty. Collectors highly seek after these, and high-grade examples can fetch thousands of dollars. 4. 1998 P missing clad layer. A dime missing its outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core, is an extreme rarity and has sold for over $2,000 in auctions. 5. Full bands designation FB. A dime graded with full bands means that the horizontal lines on the torch's bands are completely separated and well defined. Coins with this distinction in MS-67 or higher grades can be worth thousands of dollars. Section 4. Current market value. Can it really be worth millions? Now for the question on everyone's mind: how much is the 1998 P Roosevelt dime worth today? Circulated condition. Most 1998 P dimes found in circulation are only worth face value 10 cents. Uncirculated condition MS-60, MS-65 can fetch between $5 to $30, depending on eye appeal. High-grade MS-67 or higher can be valued between $500 to $2,000 if designated with full bands. Error coins: broad-struck, off-center, double die, missing clad layer, $1,000 to $10,000 plus, depending on rarity and demand. The $1,000,000 mystery. In 2023, a high-grade 1998 P Roosevelt dime with an unknown ultra-rare error was rumored to have sold for $22.6 million in a private transaction. While unconfirmed, this has created a frenzy among collectors to search for hidden treasures in their change. Section 5. How to find and authenticate a valuable 1998 P dime. So, how can you find one of these valuable dimes? Follow these steps. 1. Check your pocket change. Always inspect your dimes carefully, especially older ones from the 90s. 2. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to spot doubling, off-center strikes, or missing layers. 3. Weigh the coin. A missing clad layer dime will be lighter than the standard 2.27 grams. 4. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare find, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. 5. Research auction prices. Compare your coin to past sales on sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay. The 1998 P Roosevelt dime may seem ordinary, but as you've seen, certain rare varieties and errors can turn this little coin into a life-changing jackpot. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries. And remember, next time you get a dime in your change, take a second look. It could be worth a fortune.